Because when you know better, you invest better. Join us and experience the difference today. TFNN, educating investors.
The following is a presentation of TFNN. Trade what you see with Larry Pesavento. Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648 or internationally at 727-873-7618. Now, Larry Pesavento.
Okay, folks, also another news announcement. Those of you that follow John Jameson, he's going to be posting on, oh dear, I forgot the name of the place. And then also on, oh dear, I'll remember just a minute, Substack. He's going to be posting on Substack and also on Uncharted this week, so you get his thoughts. Make sure that if you do like it, make sure that you click on the like button, because that's important in those days. Here's where we were on Friday. There was the rally back on the Sunday night, right there Sunday night when we opened, and you can see we went all the way down here. It's been $135 down, $150 now, right? Well, $137 right now. We're sitting here right now, and it doesn't have much of a luck as far as wanting to go higher. You can see there was a longer term ABCD, and of course it just exceeded it to the downside. Now this morning we were watching this one right here. This was the one we were watching, because if you'd have taken one of these smaller 382 numbers, let's just take this one. I was doing the ABCD. I didn't even do the 382, but there was the ABCD level right there. What I did was I sent it out by email, but the problem is it was bounced. There it is right there, measured to 34.18, and you can see it dropped all the way down, and we've made new lows now, and it looks like this thing's going to go a lot lower, and I really believe that's the end of the bull market in the gold market. But there's others out here that are moving around pretty good. Now, we happen to be short the Dow Jones. So I want to get this up here and show it to you folks. I know I get a lot of heat about, well, this thing's never going to go down. Well, that might be true. But there's the hourly chart. If you'll remember, we go back to our 4-hour where we put this trade on, and you can see we sold it there, and I said you put your stop right above here. Now at this point it had a $3,000 profit in it. Then it rallied up to the 78% level today, and now it's backing off again. This is a big deal, folks. So we have this August full moon that occurred. We also had, as of today, Mercury turns retrograde. And those of you that ever heard of a president named Ronald Reagan, he and his wife lived by that part of astrology. So anyway, this is, you can see the new moons and half moons, and there's your new moon, there's your full moon, there's your half moon, and there's your other one, that's your full moon right here. But we have Mercury here plus a whole bunch of other stuff. So this is still in a downtrend, folks. So we're not exactly trading against the trend here. You can see we have this little move here that gave us our short right at that point right there, and now we've held it, and maybe it'll work, maybe it won't, but we're using money management the best we possibly can. Now we're going to take a look here at this. Let's do the NASDAQ, because the NASDAQ is the big daddy rabbit, the one that everybody's watching. We'll get up here and pull it up here just a second. There it is right there. We're going to put up a 30-minute because that's what I've been following most of the evening. Okay, here's where we are right now. This is today's action. Okay, now, as you can see here, well, let me do the hourly because that's what I think I put the charts on. Yep, there it is right there. Here's what get this out of the way. Okay, you can see here that we did take this out, okay? Now, the high we were looking for was 23772, and the high today has been 23804, 30 points away, and you can see it's back into this area again right now. This is a big ABCD pattern that we have up here. This is the leader of the pack. This is why the market's strong, because it's, 30, 40 stocks of that NASDAQ and S&P that make everything run, but the others are not doing that well. But that's either here or there. Folks, be really careful being long stocks up here. I know you think, well, I don't really care, but let's just take a quick look here. Here's the main reason that you want to be afraid. This is from our good friend Rich Anderson. There's shut the front door. There it is right there. Let me open this up so you can read it. Okay. This comes from J.P. Morgan. There's $7 trillion in money market funds and stuff that are out there. They're in all kinds of things, money markets, stocks, and you can see where we are. This is where we were back in 2002, folks, okay, right after 9/11. Okay, now you can see where we are now, 7 trillion, folks. Be careful. Be really careful. Let me show you why. Okay, there's something happened a few years ago. I happen to not be involved in this trade, but this is the Tulip Bull Mania chart from, you'll never guess, the Netherlands. All right, and here's where it started back in the 1600s. All right, this is the time of gosh darn it, hold a second. I'm trying to think. It wasn't Thomas Edison. Oh God, it'll come to me in a second here. Oh dear, I have a little bit of a brain top. Here was around $3 for a tulip bulbs. Okay, they went from $3 all the way up to $200. Compared to where we are with Bitcoin these days, folks. Okay, now we're in this type of a move. I really believe that, but I don't know anything about doing Bitcoin, and I left to see anything, any more than that. Isaac Newton was the dude. He was really bullish all through here. Okay, all right. And when the market got to here, okay, he went back in big and he got out there. He lost everything. He didn't live as a pauper because everybody supported him because they loved him so much and he had such great knowledge and stuff. But he basically had no more money left and lived a good life. But that's neither here nor there. He was the first Chancellor of the Exchequer in the UK back in the, forget what it was, 1680 or something like that. Some ridiculous number because that's back in those days. So just be careful, folks, because when they say something like this, and the reason why it's scary, let me just explain to you something, folks, here. Okay, this is money. Okay, this is money. So it doesn't make any difference. $7 trillion can easily come all the way back down in here to 4 or 3 or maybe even more. I mean, people can get hurt. There's no reason for them to even be worried because it's been going up for 15 years. Yes, I know. I'm going to be right someday. Might not be in our lifetime. It certainly won't be in mine, but we'll be able to see if it does work, okay? Now, we have another one that's been working pretty good, and this has been the cattle. You remember we sold cattle up here. Today's high was an exact 382. At that point, we came all the way down, and I thought we were going to have a nice little trade set up in the cattle. And let's get it out of the way here so that we can see it, and we still might do it today, so bear with me here. This is a nice little ABCD, and you know me, I like ABCDs. There was that 382 this morning, okay, right there. And I'd like to see another one right there. And the reason why is, if you look at it, and remember, we're down on the day, but very little. We went about a buck and a half lower. Now we're back to where we were. But we're going to have our first ABCD in this beginning bear market. Remember, the ABCD was spot on right there, okay? So we're having our first retracement. Let's get this up. I think it's 13 minutes. Yep, there it is. So what I'll be looking at for today is if you want to add to the position, and I think we're going to go a whole lot lower. So we have our 382 here, okay, and that brings us to here. We get back, we're going to show you this whole segment so we can not miss anything. I got a lot of things to cover, but we have the time to do it. So let's be patient.
Sharpening your skills as an investor is like getting better at playing a musical instrument. You have to practice, sure, but you also need excellent instruction from experts. At TFNN, you'll get advice and guidance from the authority in technical market analysis. And it's not just dry, tedious text either. TFNN airs live financial content streamed live on TFNN.com and TFNN's YouTube channel with Tiger TV, live every market day from 8:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. Eastern. For free. Each host is an experienced trader and gives their take on the market while taking calls and questions live from around the world. From the moment the market opens until the closing bell sounds, Tiger TV has 8 different shows with expert hosts to help you make the right moves with your money. Watch online at TFNN.com or on TFNN's YouTube channel and become the investor you were born to be. TFNN, educating investors.
Many trading newsletters attempt to focus on a narrow set of equities or commodities. While this works for some, it oftentimes misses many opportunities that possess huge gain potential. But how is an independent trader supposed to scan the entire market looking for these hidden opportunities? One simple answer: the opening call newsletter. Basil Chapman, developer of the Chapman Wave trading methodology, has been trading the markets for longer than most trading influencers have been alive. And over that time, he has honed his methodology in order to accurately call movements in a wide range of equities, from semiconductors to uranium to key indices and so much more. Basil is old school, taking the time to educate the trader while also giving his insights into key indices, selective stocks, and more. Opening call subscribers also receive access to dozens of educational live streams that can be accessed at any time for your edification. All first-time subscribers receive a 30-day money-back guarantee. So ignore the pop trading influencers and start learning time-tested technical analysis.
The reality is that navigating financial markets can be risky. Markets can be chaotic and difficult to understand. Having the latest market advice can help you turn this chaos into a key for creating winning trades. At TFNN, we understand that it can be hard to find reliable market news. That's why each of our market experts offers their very own market newsletter, a must-have tool for every trader out there striving to find an edge in today's markets. TFNN newsletters cover every aspect of the markets so you can analyze the market before you trade. Try any of our great newsletters risk-free with our 30-day money-back guarantee. Just visit the Newsletters tab on the front page of TFNN.com. TFNN, educating investors.
Yeah, back, Crooks. I don't know if you heard the new, what does it call it? The YouTube thing on Trade What You See, the movie or the song. Some guy won a trade contest, and he talks about trade what you see and and not what you think. Wonder where he got that idea from. Anyway, this is where we were in the cattle. There was it. There was your 382 on Friday. Bang, down she came. You can see right down to here. Today it opened on the high, which was the 382 off of this spot right here. Okay, but look what we've got going right now, folks. This is a really nice ABCD pattern. So what we're going to do, we're going to look at this from the beginning. We're going to get this out, and then we're looking for the first. Remember, Gartley said on page 222, after the market has changed trend, look for the first ABCD to either go long or short. So what we're going to do now is we're going to put our little marker up here, and we're going to put it right there, and there it is right there. That means you're going to go up and make a new high on the day, and that will not be a breakout. That would be a place to sell it. There's your ABCD pattern right here, and that's where I'd be looking to, there it is right there. That's what you look for, AB equals CD, and we are only 1 point away in cattle, and cattle can move 3 points, and it can move there very, very quickly. Okay, so that's what I would be looking at, and we'll see if that holds. I mean, this was a big move that we had on Friday, and now we're looking to, get back to add another contract if you're still in, and I would certainly look to do that. And then also, if it gets any above here, then there's something wrong. You'd have to take this loss. In other words, you're selling at 227. Your stop's got to be at 229. Okay, that's $600. So you don't want to risk any more than that at the very, very most. Okay, because sometimes they work, sometimes they don't. I wish I knew when they didn't, but I don't know what that answer is. Okay, we'll get the cattle out of the way here, and I wanted to bring your attention here a couple of things here. We had soybeans, very interesting in soybeans. Remember, we had a big ABCD pattern, and I said in the video, and also that I sent out to Saturday, I sent that video out. We were watching the beans, and I said they're either going to fall out of bed here or they're going to rally. And as you can see here, they make a slightly lower low than we did on Friday, and they rallied quite a bit, almost to the 382. If we go down and look at this on a smaller time frame, you're going to see there was a big run. Now, what do we always talk about? Look to buy the 382. Okay, now let's just go back here. There's the low right here. Now, watch this, folks. If you think 382 isn't important, there's your low. There it is, right to the absolute penny, and it's already rallied $500. So that's why you want to watch that 382. It doesn't work all the time, but there isn't much that does, and only God knows that. And she only trades on Saturdays and Sundays, and whatever that is. Hold on just 1 second. Get this out of the way, and not to look at that anymore. This is the. Let me get back here. I've covered the NASDAQ. I want to make sure I cover natural gas was the next one. This morning, when I did the early morning video, real early in the morning, I wanted to get this up to your attention. This is where we were. I said that, look, this thing has taken out this low, okay? From going back there from 1st of August. It took it out and didn't do anything. And I said, it looks like a buy right here at 290. And it did. It rallied all the way up, $800, and stopped right at the pretty much exactly at the 382. So watch this one now, folks, because it's got a chance for making a pretty good bottom. If you look at this on the daily, it's going to look terrible, but not so terrible, right, folks? Because look where that is, 280. Just like we're staring that in the what you call it? This is drawn wrong. Let me get that out of the way. There's your, that's at 280. So that's $13 from where it is right now. So watch that very closely, and we'll just blow this up a little bit here because that's a big ABCD here, and it's going to be right at the 618. So I'd want to be watching that one very, very close. Yeah, there it is. It's around, well, that would be this. Shut the front door and raise the rent. Let me redraw this with the pencil and paper like you should do at home. There it is right there, and just clone it and draw it down. Yeah, I see numbers precede geometry. This is geometry. This is the number. So watch 280. That's $13 from where it is right now. That could be a major bottom just because of that bigger ABCD and banging right on the 618 from way back here. Okay, so that's way back here. Yeah, there it is. From there, you're going back to 2024 on a weekly chart. Shut the front door. This is a big one. So watch this one in natural gas. But it made a nice profit for today and for daily swinging. You know, that's what we're watching. Now, we got another one here that's been really good to us, and that has been the British pound. We'll get this up here. There was our price objective we were looking at right up here. If you remember, when we bring up the daily, I covered this in the videos, and also in the newsletter and stuff. There's your 135 pattern. You see we went tiny bit higher here. The problem is, folks, it's not 87 days up. It's 8 days up. Somebody that typed it in the wrong way. Anyway, there's a 135 pattern right on the money. It's broken down more than almost 60 pips from that level. But if it gets above this level here, about 135, because we sold at 134.61, right now it's got a $250 profit in it. If it gets above 135, we will be taking a $250 loss. But we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 days up. Actually, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 days up, not 8. And this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 days up. I think I said 8 and 7. I changed it from 8 to 7. Forgot to take the 8 out. Anyway, that's what we're watching here in the pound. It's actually holding up relatively well from this level right here. Okay, now here's one that's very interesting, and that is the soybean oil. This was the one I love the best, folks. Get this up here. Get the daily up. If you remember, we talked about this number. In fact, we bought it on Friday, but we sold it for a very small loss of $200. I said it would probably go down. And you can see today, yesterday's action it dropped a lot after we got out of it and stopped right here. But there's the 382 off of this low right here, folks. So we're down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. How many days are we down on this? Let's just look and see. This talk about oversold. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 days. So here's where we are. We're going to look at it intraday. Take a quick look at it. Had a nice rally, then the pullback right here. Okay, there's your 78% pullback. If you want to try oil, this is your chance to get in, okay? Because you're risking here below this level. Below this level, you don't have anything to do with it. But that difference is $200. That's 40 points times 6. That's $260. That's $250. It's going to be a risk. Your stop would have to be right here. But you're basing it on a long-term daily chart that, folks, this is where it went limit up when they had that trouble in Turkey and stuff. You see that, how it went limit up? Look what it went. Went right back to that low right there. See that? Just tried to fill that gap, and it did. So it's got a good chance in here. So that's one of the one I was watching today. And so we'll see if it's going to continue on or not. Well, basically. Now let's take a look at the one that never stops giving, and that is the crude oil. And here's crude oil. Blow it up here. Here's where we are today. There's where we were on the 6th. Blow this up a little bit. You can see today's number was 64.28, and I believe it back. This is 4 hours, so let's look at it on the hourly because it had a pretty big retracement off of there, right there, and now we're where we stand right now. It came back almost $600, and let's see where it stopped. When we get back, we're going to see where it stopped. Okay, stay with us. We'll be right back.
If you spend any time online researching trading techniques on how to begin your trading journey, you've no doubt come across many folks who push Forex trading as a way to make big money quickly. Unfortunately, there are equally as many stories of these so-called Forex professionals just looking to make a quick buck off aspiring traders without actually teaching the ins and outs of the Forex market. This is what sets Teddy Keckstack's The Tiger Forex Report off the riffraff. Every Monday, former Chicago Mercantile Exchange member and author Teddy Keckstack releases his Tiger Forex Report newsletter, where he dives into the complex world of Forex and takes time to actually teach you his methods that have made him so successful in the fast-paced and rewarding world of Forex trading. Furthermore, all subscribers receive access to archived live streams of Teddy's, where he provides university-level education to help you in Forex trading. All first-time subscribers receive a 30-day money-back guarantee. So what are you waiting for? Forex awaits.
In the world of trading, only a few names stand out like Larry Pesavento, a pro's pro with over 50 years of experience. Larry has seen it all. A former Chicago Mercantile Exchange member, Larry has authored 10 books and trained over 1,000 traders with his unmatched expertise. Introducing Fibonacci 24/7, Larry Pesavento's daily trading service that turns the complexity of markets into opportunities. Published every Sunday, receive a comprehensive report packed with detailed commentary, charts, and videos that illuminate the patterns shaping the markets, with updates throughout the week exclusively for subscribers. Whether through charts or videos, Larry's analysis is your roadmap to navigating the markets. You can sign up now at TFNN.com for just $97. And with all TFNN newsletters backed by a 30-day money-back guarantee, you have nothing to risk. For all the details, visit TFNN.com. You'll find Fibonacci 24/7 right under the newsletters tab.
Are you ready to take charge of your financial future? TFNN is your gateway to the world of trading and investing. Whether you're starting out or scaling up, TFNN empowers traders and investors of all skill levels with top-notch investing systems, strategies, and techniques. It's time to protect and grow your money with insight you can trust. Join us live Monday through Friday during market hours for exclusive content that moves with the markets. At TFNN, we bring the trading floor to you. Our seasoned hosts are here to answer your calls and questions live on the air. Check out the Tiger's Den for just $1 and follow us on YouTube and become part of our vibrant community. And remember, at TFNN, we're so confident in the value we provide that we offer a 30-day money-back guarantee on all new premium newsletter subscriptions and services. You have absolutely nothing to risk, so why wait? Tune in live to Tiger TV and transform your trading journey, because when you know better, you invest better. Join us and experience the difference today. TFNN, educating investors. This portion of Trade What You See is brought to you by Direxion's daily leveraged and inverse ETFs. Whether you're a bull or a bear, you choose the direction. Visit Direxion.com. Investing in the funds involves significant risk and should only be utilized by investors who understand the impact of leverage and actively monitor their portfolio. They are not designed to track the underlying index or security for more than a day. Before investing, carefully consider a fund's investment objective, risk, charges, and expenses contained in the prospectus available at Direxion.com. Read carefully. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
Okay, folks, this is crude oil, and it is changing character, folks. You notice we had the 382 here the other day, and it paid almost $1,700. Not going to get all of it. You get quite a bit of it. This one here was only able to give you $900. and it stopped, from your last low that you made right back here. It stopped right at the 50% level. So at that level right here, you would have had $500. You never would have gone to a loss as of yet. But you'll notice here the fact that it's come back here again. So I'm assuming, and that's a terrible thing to do. It's not when you're trading, you got to assume something, because if you have that, then what you're looking at, you have to take this low into effect. But if you do that, what you're doing is it's really difficult here because of this spike. See, you have to take this one. This is the pattern that you're looking at. This is the ABCD that you're watching, okay? And so that's the real ABCD. Where does it take you? Right up here to the 50%. Plus, you have a smaller one right here, all right? And you'll see if you draw that one in, that's going to take you pretty much to the same spot right up in here. This is 6483 to 6500. If you put this on the map here, go back way back here to see where we were, see where we are, just draw that in. There's your big move was way back here. Remember, that was the August 1st, but we're not going to get anywhere near that. There's the big rally that we had after that. That was right at the 382, if you'll remember. So that's the next one you want to watch. And so what we're going to do is to prepare for that. And we'll come up here and mark it from your high, then down to your low. And there's your 382. Again, my gosh, look at it. Hit it again now. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 times in the last 3 days has hit this 382. When we get above this, folks, there's going to be short covering up to here. So that's probably where it's going to be going. It would be up to 65. That'd be $1.50 a barrel from where we are right now. But it's not. It's got to get through here before it can get through here. So remind that. Now, I'm going to shift gears here a little bit because there's something. We have to listen to the old cowboy here for a second. I never trade Bitcoin. I never have, but I look at it all the time because there's so many people involved in it, and I'm scared to death of it. But I don't trust anything that you can't put in your hand. At least you can put gold and, have a piece of hamburger or something. I mean, hold a soybean in your hand. You can't hold that with Bitcoin. That's different. I know it's different this time, and it'll never be different, but that's it. So here's what I wanted to show you. Here's Bitcoin the other day. I wanted to give you where we were here. Now, I want to show you, because it's very important from what we're looking at. This was the high that we made way back here, all right? Now, on Friday, you can see here that we made a perfect 61% retracement right here. That's exactly where it did. And I just want to show you how we got there, because what happened after that is what's really super important. So if you looked at it from a smaller time frame, you can see there was that same number. You can see how all the ABCDs line up right to that number, right there at around 119,000, okay? Yeah, well, that was really all and good, except what happened afterwards. And we'll just get this up here. I think this is it right here. Hold on just a second. This is it. Okay, now here's what we did today. Okay, now there's where we were, all right? Now you can see that move right here went all the way up to here. What this was, folks, there's your low right here. There's your 382. If you do the A, B, C, D, it measures exactly at 122.50, and the high was 122.59. I mean, that's pretty accurate, I would think. And you can see we backed off here. Now, if we start getting back below here, everybody that brought this euphoria thing, and remember the old high was back here at 124 and change. So this was a big move. It's given back quite a bit of it. In fact, it's given up almost all of the breakout move. I haven't checked it recently. Let's come up here. We'll get up here. Oh, it's already done that. Here's where we are right now. This is live, and you can see we'll just bring this over here so we can move this up a little bit. I don't trade this. I'm showing you too technically because these are all alike. This is what's going to happen in the stock market too. So see, we had that move here, and now if you were bearish, this thing, it would have given you, let's just do this together, because this trade, I mean, this is equivalent to trading Apple, folks. That's how much volume it does every day. So just, I can't clean that stuff up because it's too late, but I'll do the fib retracement, and you'll see that was a 382 this morning. Right there. There's 50%. There's 382. You can see now we're heading down. That's not good for our stock market because if it turns, it could be the same. But I'm just showing you the patterns because all these patterns are the same. That's why, trading ABCD is about as boring as you can get. But son of a gun, it's not a bad deal. Hold on, let's get this out of the way here. And if there's a stock market, NASDAQ. Let me see what else I wanted to cover here. I covered that. That was the main thing I wanted to cover in that right now. Let me get to the, I want to put my charts together here, folks, so I have positions on it. I want to make sure I don't want to get messed up. As you know, that's not always fun to do. Okay, now see, gold went all the way down, made another new low here. Like you can see, and then it's bounced already up. Look at that. Wow. See, whenever it makes a new low like that, there's always some, well, it didn't quite make a new low, but it did go lower, and that's about it. It's trying to hold this level, folks, but frankly, we're in a bearish market now in the gold, as near as I can tell. It's holding this level here at 402, but I don't think it's going to hold it very long. As you can see, it keeps banging up against it. But believe me, there's going to be gold bugs still out there, because it's only down $80. Say, hello, operator, $80. That's it's $8,000. So this is what we're watching on this. Okay, so this is there was your 382 last night. I put this in the video very explicitly that the market had most probably topped, and I think I covered it on the daily. I didn't do the daily. Let's put this. See, this is what's happened on the daily here. Now, there's a difference here, folks, because this is December gold. We did not take this out. You see, this is they rolled this over, but and this is important, because if you're doing charting, this is where 21's forte was really critical about this, that you just can't get away from these numbers. And so we'll put this up. So there's December gold right here, and we're going to put that up, and we'll put that up on the daily, and you'll see that we did not take out the high. And you'll see there's the high way back here. You see, we didn't take that out. Look how many times we've been here, folks. 1, 2, 3 times. And look where we are now. See, we're now breaking down, and this is not a good sign. That means if we break like we did before, this one went from $3,500, it dropped $300, okay? This one here dropped from 110 all the way down to, 360, 35. This one dropped $240, and we're already $100 or $200 into this right now. No, $150 into this right now. Okay, so now let's take a break. We'll be right back.
Many trading newsletters attempt to focus on a narrow set of equities or commodities. While this works for some, it oftentimes misses many opportunities that possess huge gain potential. But how is an independent trader supposed to scan the entire market looking for these hidden opportunities? One simple answer: the opening call newsletter. Basil Chapman, developer of the Chapman Wave trading methodology, has been trading the markets for longer than most trading influencers have been alive. And over that time, he has honed his methodology in order to accurately call movements in a wide range of equities, from semiconductors to uranium to key indices and so much more. Basil is old school, taking the time to educate the trader while also giving his insights into key indices, selective stocks, and more. Opening call subscribers also receive access to dozens of educational live streams that can be accessed at any time for your edification. All first-time subscribers receive a 30-day money-back guarantee. So ignore the pop trading influencers and start learning time-tested technical analysis.
In the world of trading, only a few names stand out like Larry Pesavento, a pro's pro with over 50 years of experience. Larry has seen it all. A former Chicago Mercantile Exchange member, Larry has authored 10 books and trained over 1,000 traders with his unmatched expertise. Introducing Fibonacci 24/7, Larry Pesavento's daily trading service that turns the complexity of markets into opportunities. Published every Sunday, receive a comprehensive report packed with detailed commentary, charts, charts, and videos that illuminate the patterns shaping the markets, with updates throughout the week exclusively for subscribers. Whether through charts or videos, Larry's analysis is your roadmap to navigating the markets. You can sign up now at TFNN.com for just $97. And with all TFNN newsletters backed by a 30-day money-back guarantee, you have nothing to risk. For all the details, visit TFNN.com. You'll find Fibonacci 24/7 right under the newsletters tab.
For traders who crave risk, Direxion's daily leveraged and inverse ETFs provide opportunities to magnify short-term perspectives with up to 3 times a daily leverage, utilize bull and bear funds from both sides of the trade, and trade through rapidly changing markets. These are highly leveraged ETFs with daily resetting designed for short-term trading, not long-term investing. Whether you're a bull or a bear, you choose the Direxion. For up-to-date pricing and performance, go to Direxion.com. Investing in the funds involves significant risk and should only be utilized by investors who understand the impact of leverage and actively monitor their portfolio. They are not designed to track the underlying index or security for more than a day. Before investing, carefully consider a fund's investment objective, risk, charges, and expenses contained in the prospectus available at Direxion.com. Read carefully. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
This program is brought to you by Vista Gold, traded on the NYSE American and TSX under the symbol VGZ.
Okay, folks, this is silver, as you can see here on Friday. Well, Thursday, Friday, and again today, we hit the 61% retracement at 38.50, down about 70 cents right now on the day, with gold down, $80. So there's not a, one's down 4,000, the other is down, let's see, that's 80 cents. Well, that's quite a bit, but that's not 4,000. Let me see, 50. Well, it's 3, yeah, it's pretty close. Anyway, this is big time that we see things going on here right now. Notice here now the S&P's starting to back off here a little bit here. There's where we were last night, all day today. You can see all that big level up in here, and now it's starting to back off just a little bit. So if we were looking at this, well, you can see how quickly it drops. Folks, I just be careful. That's all I can tell you. I've been to this dance before. I know how it's going to end, and it's going to be bad. Folks, I play poker every Sunday. We have a nice little tournament here. It's usually about 70 to 100 guys. The buy-in's like $65, and first place is like $1,200. You get a play for 4 hours for $65. And yesterday I played. I had really great cards, but I didn't get in the money. I made a little bit in a live game, but that was like $40. So I ended up losing $28 on the day. But the key was, this was the first time in a very long time I was listening to guys talk about how much money they've been making in Bitcoin and ADA and a couple of Solana or a couple others. And then they were also talking about NVIDIA and Broadcom and a couple others. And when you hear stuff like that, at that level, you just got to be scared. Okay, you just have to be scared. All right, we'll see. Wait and see. Now, one of the charts I wanted to talk about here, and we have two charts to talk about. I wanted to show you Microsoft because that's the second largest stock in the Dow at $500 and some. $500 and some. Let's get it up here so we can all see it together. If I can just find the M's, there's Microsoft. Put the daily up, and you'll see here we still left this gap. You see that gap that's still there? Well, if we happen to gap down below that, folks, that is going to be one bearish puppy. Now, we've had a big break here from 560 to 520 top 5. I want to show you this. Let's get the hourly up. You're going to see how much selling came into this. Okay, there was a move down. We went up to the 50%. Now we made another new lower low. So what you have to do is you got to go look and see what the next 382 number is going to be. And you can see that'll be up here about 532. That's the most expensive, second most expensive stock in the Dow. The most expensive, of course, is none other than Goldman Sachs. And it was at 720, something like that, the last 715. Let's get the GS up here. That's under G's, right? Yep, Goldman Sachs would be G's right here. And we'll see where it is today. And see, it's actually still up on the day. It's still standing right at this same level, folks. This is July. This was Elliott Wave's birthday, Ralph Elliott's birthday, the 28th of July. Look, from the 28th of July, 6 weeks later, we've gone nowhere. Look, gone nowhere. You think that's bullish? Hello, operator. No, it's not. Just like you stayed here, just like you're staying there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're in the 7th week at this level right here with all the most bullish news you could ever get. Be careful, folks. What's coming? It ain't going to be good. Well, 2 years from now, he'll say, yeah, is he still saying that? And I say, yeah, probably is. And the reason why is I've never seen this many ABCD patterns ever. And I'm talking ever. And, we'll see if it'll take me to the same dance that brought me here. Okay, now the S&P starting to back off here a little bit here. We'll see what happens. Not too much going on there. We got the silver out of the way here. We got a question about Apple, which has been very strong. We hit major resistance on that weekly chart as we talked about on Friday. I don't know what it's doing today, but let's get it up here. And we'll take a quick look at Apple on the daily. So around 229, it was going to have some problems. Oh, there it is right there. And it's still up. Still right there, making a 1.27 expansion. Okay, now you can see this move right here has to be bigger than ABCD because of the gap and everything. So if you were to correct this, you'll see here, make this 1.27 instead of 1 in the CD leg, 127, and that'll take you pretty much up to the promised land. That's where it's trading right now. And you can see it's still, it is up on the day, I believe. Let me see, this one closed at 229. Actually, it's down a half a buck where it is right now. And if you look at this on a really long term, and this is what ought to scare you, is you got to be afraid of this one, because there is your head and shoulders pattern. There's your left shoulder, head, right shoulder. Let's do it on the weekly. This is a really good one. Yep, this is a good one for the weekly. There it is right there. Let's take a quick look. Now, there was the old high, 260. It went to 258. From 258, it went to 165. All right, where are we now? We're banging on the door. There's your left shoulder right there. There's your right shoulder right there. Completing an ABCD on the weekly, I think, pretty close. Let's just double check. AB equals CD. Not quite. That says 238, but it can't get above here because 238, this would violate it. But right now, this would be a head and shoulders. The reason why is the right shoulder higher than the left shoulder. Clean that out a little bit, and all you do is to draw that over like that to see that it doesn't get above that level. Okay, now that level will probably be right at the old 78% level. Nope. It's a little, it's close. So it's in that ballpark right in here. We're holding our own today. It hasn't given much back. Look at this. Friday, folks, this is a monster move. When have you seen a $30 move? Well, you see them going down, but you haven't seen many going up. This is a big move up. This one here was pretty good, but this is still not a bullish chart, folks. That's what we're waiting to see. So one thing at a time, okay? Let's move that out of the way here, and let's see what else we're looking at here to make sure. Oh, we have to take Tesla into account here today. Wow, time goes so fast when you're having fun, doesn't it? Hold on one second here. Got a new guest this week, folks, a specialist in algorithmic trading. He's a PhD mathematician, very famous young man named David Bain, I believe his name is. Yeah, I think it's David Bain. Could be wrong about that. There's Tesla right here. And, okay, there's where we are. Oh, wow, big move today in Tesla. Shut the front door and raise their head. I think it made the target, didn't it? Let's check and see that, Bubba. There it is. Oh, well, by golly, we already got her drawn in. The high was supposed to be 348.01, and the high was 346.64. 346.64 was right here, but the ABCD measured 48.01, and actually you can see it's just a little bit below there. It's 346.41, so it might still get there, but that's the ABCD. We said once it took out that 135, there's 1, 3, and 5. Once we took that out, bada bing, bada boom, there she goes. But that's right up and knocking on heaven's door now, folks, because if it doesn't get any higher than that, you want to be careful. And it's actually off a couple bucks, actually $4 off. Look at this on the intraday here. Had a pretty big sell-off. It looks like, oh, this is really nothing. There's your move up here. This is nothing. It's still bullish. Still might make it. We'll see. There it is right there. Okay, let's take a break and we'll be right back.
If you're looking for potential trading setups in the stock market, then Rocket Equities and Options Report is a newsletter you should try. Tommy O'Brien delivers options and equity trades when the markets present them, using a combination of fundamentals and technicals. Sign up for Rocket Equities and Options Report today with a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have nothing to risk. For all the details and to start your subscription today, visit the front page of TFNN.com. TFNN, educating investors.
In the world of trading, only a few names stand out like Larry Pesavento, a pro's pro with over 50 years of experience. Larry has seen it all. A former Chicago Mercantile Exchange member, Larry has authored 10 books and trained over 1,000 traders with his unmatched expertise. Introducing Fibonacci 24/7, Larry Pesavento's daily trading service that turns the complexity of markets into opportunities. Published every Sunday, receive a comprehensive report packed with detailed commentary, charts, and videos that illuminate the patterns shaping the markets, with updates throughout the week exclusively for subscribers. Whether through charts or videos, Larry's analysis is your roadmap to navigating the markets. You can sign up now at TFNN.com for just $97. And with all TFNN newsletters backed by a 30-day money-back guarantee, you have nothing to risk. For all the details, visit TFNN.com. You'll find Fibonacci 24/7 right under the newsletters tab.
Steve Rhodes started his trading career as a student almost 20 years ago, and the student has now become the master. Steve won the prestigious Timer of the Year award in 2018 and barely missed that mark again in 2019, finishing at number 2 for the year. An amazing accomplishment. Steve Rhodes is committed to sharing his techniques and knowledge with anyone who wants to learn, and he shares his vast amount of trading knowledge every day in his Mastering Probability newsletter. Steve's award-winning newsletter, Mastering Probability, is delivered every trading day with updates throughout the afternoon. Sign up for Steve's market newsletter, Mastering Probability, and you'll receive access to 7 of Steve's educational webinars absolutely free. At TFNN, all our newsletters come with a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have absolutely nothing to worry about. Visit TFNN.com and try Mastering Probability 30 days risk-free today. TFNN, educating investors.
TFNN has launched the Tiger's Den. Hosted at Discord, TFNN has been educating traders for more than 20 years with live programming hosted by a variety of professional traders during market hours. The Tiger's Den, available to all tigers and tigresses for just $1 for the year. There's no catch or added costs when you join our community of traders. Sign up today and become a part of this educational community of traders. Just visit the front page of TFNN.com.
Don't forget, you can listen to TFNN live on your mobile device 24 hours per day. Go to TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV. That's TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV.
Okay, getting back to the gold market, folks, because this is a 61% retracement. We've been here almost the last, it's an hourly chart. So how many hours have we been here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 hours. And it's still above 305, 405, 330, 405, which was a 61. The lowest was $6 lower than that. So it's holding its own right in here. When we get the rally, and we will get a rally, it's going to be a big one. So what I'll be watching here over the next day or two, I'm going to try to get long again if I can. I broke even on the one that I tried today. You can see here, we should get a rally all the way up here, around $50 off the bottom. Let's get rid of that other one so we don't have to worry about it. There's your high. But certainly take a look at from the short side. What I'd ideally, of course, we don't always live in an ideal world. Now, this is an hourly chart. I'd like to have this take about a half a day or more to get there. The longer, the better. In other words, say this time tomorrow, if we're only right here, that will really be a good place to take a look at the side of this. And if we can get this type of action, now I'm hypothesizing here, we get this type of action, this is what I'd like to see. Well, that's going to be, I didn't draw it in the right way, but I want to see that ABCD pattern right about there, which would be the 382. In order to get to that level, let's just draw it in the right way. There's your shut the front door and raise the rent. This sensitive little rascal, I have to start right here, otherwise it'll never do it right. In order to get to that point like this, I got to, it's like two monkeys watching a coconut. Hold on, why is it doing that? There it is right there. There's what I'd like to see. See that pullback right here? That would be about $20, and then the rally back up into here is what we'll be watching here. We're $38 from that level, actually $40 right now. Listen, we'll see you on the flip side tomorrow. Live every day in an attitude of gratitude, and may God bless.